Hello everybody, welcome back. If you haven't already, do hammer on the subscribe button and smash the like button as well. Today we're going to be discussing Cardano and exactly how great Cardano is looking. So, alright, let's get started. So Cardano is looking very, very great. It looks like, if you can see, here it is doing a lot of accumulation, so it's kind of bouncing back up here from that fumble. So it's looking really good. It's looking rather bullish right now. So we're looking pretty good. As you can see, it is kind of coming around, right around here at $2.19. So we're kind of doing pretty good. I think it's a good time to invest in these bleeding out wicks, and I think a lot of people are doing that as well. They're buying into those. So as they're buying into these wicks, of course, that's going to be looking great. Looking into the chart, you can see here back in June, it was kind of looking kind of bearish a little bit, going down. And we are finally making up from July, where it started to kind of pick back up again, coming into October. And so here we kind of had that bounce back up and down, kind of making everybody sit on the edge of their seats, which is fine. And of course, back here in the beginning of September, it was looking fantastic, right at $3. So it does look at showing great signs that it is going to kind of pick back up and break that line again, or it can actually fall under and create a new line. So that's what we're looking at for the moment. Okay, so the idea of what we do want from here, starting off and for the last couple of weeks here, the last couple of days, we do want to see something kind of familiar with back here in August, where it had that slowest in. Now, right now, it does look the same, and that's what I'm telling you about, that accumulation. It is taking its sweet time and kind of building up and preparing for, I'm expecting a pretty big jump. When we're speaking about, of course, Ethereum is doing well in the same sense. It is taking that jump as well. We're looking here about, let's see, 3,759. It is doing great as well. We kind of have that same back here in July as well. It did jump up as well. It started having that greatest end. And as you can see here too, in September, it kind of had that same momentum, that kind of just hanging in there. And then, of course, it did kind of bounce up as well. And as we're looking back in between March, it kind of had that same. It kind of slowly started to jump up. Of course, here in April, it did jump tremendously. And as well, here in around April, the end of April, it finally skyrocketed. And so it's looking very, very bullish for us as well. Now, of course, here I think it's a very good time when we're speaking about Cardano. I think we're going to see this really kind of bloom up. So I think these people that are buying into the wick now is a really good time. And for those of you that are not sure just yet into if you want to buy or not, you can wait to about the $2.35 mark. I think that's pretty good. It's showing a lot of perspectives to be able to make money. I think for those that are buying into this point, they're going to do pretty well. I know holding on to your Cardano is going to be a really important right now. Of course, this is the moment where everybody is either going to decide to stay or jump ship. So either way, it's still looking pretty good. So of course, once they kind of clean out everybody, these panickers, we're going to see this kind of clean up a little bit, and it should jump up again to around $3 back again, if not more. So eventually, I think people that are investing or buying into this and into these wigs are really going to see some really good profit margins here coming soon. And so when, again, everybody did get scared when we're speaking about here around October 10th. It was kind of like slowly bleeding out a little bit. So that's kind of normal to expect again too, but it does give opportunities for people to kind of buy into it. So it does look rather bullish. So that's very good on our note. All right. So as well, to show you, you can also see that before it did give us signs before that it was going to have that ascension. Before it's kind of going, not just going sideways, but kind of going up, that ascension. And you can see that here in the history of it as well. You can kind of see how it did start to have that ascension, not just here when we're speaking about how it was just kind of going sideways. So it did have that ascension coming up. So it does look like history can repeat itself as well. The same as we're speaking from here. So it will go up. So I would expect good things coming for Cardano. So hold your seats. It's going to be a pretty wild ride, a pretty enjoyable ride as well. All right, in the news. Alrighty, so in crypto news, we have second largest U.S. mortgage lender drops Bitcoin payment plans. Now, the United Wholesale Mortgage previously announced plans to test Bitcoin and Ether for mortgage payments in August, which is pretty good. So I think once they try that, if they can get some good database on that, I think that will really kind of push crypto pretty well. Now, unconfirmed, what is the role of investors in decentralized world? So, for investors, talk about the decentralized web. You can check that out here as well. And Bitcoin hit 6-month high as Bitcoin ETF approval rumors fueled a surge. In the early hours of Friday morning, the price of Bitcoin surged, propelled by reports that the launch of several other things. So businesses were kind of sitting in there as well. So now, if you think that 60,000 is the top, the Bitcoin fractal suggests it's the next bear market bottom. The cyclical nature of Bitcoin bull and bear markets means that 60,000 is mathematically more likely to be a floor, not a ceiling in the future. Very, very good news. That's what everybody wants to hear. Now, Ethereum's moved past 3,000, but 90% of holders in profit, leaving minor selling pressure ahead. So Ethereum's moved past 3,800 is followed by strong buying power from bulls, according to the market data, of course. Mexico's president evades calls to incorporate Bitcoin as legal tender. Now, El Salvador's decision to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender has set off a wave of political excitement across Latin America. Now, however, according to Mexico's president, the country will be rejected by ideas associated with integrating Bitcoin into its financial system. Now, all right, so that's great as well. And 69 billion Australian pension fund exploring crypto. So they are looking and considering cryptocurrency for Australians' pension fund, which is also another good thing. So a lot of countries are really looking into cryptocurrency, and this is all fantastic news. Whether what you are investing in, whether it's Ethereum, Cardano, Bitcoin, Doge, any of those are really great choices when we're speaking about this kind of news. It looks really, really good, especially after that devastating news from China as well. And of course, people are buying in now into that bleeding wick. So that's where you want to kind of hang out. So if you, again, looking at the past on what we have for Cardano and what we have for Ethereum, everything is kind of hanging in there. We are entering that winter, guys, so don't panic. It's expected. It is going to drop a little bit. It is going to kind of fall down. It is going to look bearish. Don't worry. So from here, we are speaking about exactly how we see in the past, how it's really going to incorporate in our future, and how it's even looking bearish now. And so we definitely want to take full advantage of that. So that's all I have for you guys today. I want to remind you to hit the subscribe button, drop a like as well, and I will see you again next time. All right.